guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be reviewing Marina's new album. What's it called again? Love+fear. So, why? I'm guessing that Marina's having a bit of financial difficulty at the moment since she can't afford her diamonds anymore. Anyway, on with the review. I like to listen to an album for quite a few times just to get the complete feel of the whole album, instead of just doing a straight review as soon as it comes out and just telling you guys that everything sounds amazing just because I like the singer or the band. But I mean, Marina is definitely one of my favourite artists, so there was no doubt that I was going to like the album, but it still doesn't mean that I can't, you know, rip parts of it to shreds if I feel like it. I like Marina to think of me as one of her friends that she could come to and I'd say to her if one of her songs sounds a bit crap, you know, so that's kind of what I'm doing here. So the first song on the album is Handmade Heaven. Okay, she wouldn't envy the spiders in my house. That song's very reminiscent to me of her first album. I found it very Enya-esque, which is, I mean, that sounds a bit rude to be fair. It's not saying she's like Enya, but it's got a bit of a vibe to me of Enya. But that's just because I'm old, so you know, I kind of remember Enya the first time around. She's good at doing those kind of ethereal kind of songs. I wouldn't say it's my favourite kind of music from Marina. I really liked when she first came out with the Hollywood song and then the I'm Not a Robot song, but I wasn't that into her. I just liked some of the songs. And then when Electro Heart came out, that was like my favourite album, and then I really liked Marina. Not realising that she kind of had lots of production and lots of people working with her on that album, and that's probably why it was so catchy and why it worked so well, even though for her it was probably quite a traumatic experience from what I've read about it. But for me that was like one of her better albums, probably the best album to me, but then, you know, we all think differently, no one's going to think the same thing. So Handmade Heaven is a good song, but it's not like, I don't keep coming back to it when it comes on in the car when I'm driving about. The next track is Superstar. Yeah, that was an instant likeable song. As soon as you hear it, the introduction's quite slow, and she's very good at doing the high pitches transcending into the lower pitches, which she's always been quite good with those kind of things. But for me, her songs always miss a bit of like a belt. But for the range that she's got, which is quite a good range considering, she does a really good job with her songs, and that's one of my favourites on the album. It's one that I do keep coming back to. Next song is Orange Trees.
Again, she's got those like short videos again.
From that song I get that it's about a place, I think, that she knows quite well from her youth. I think it's something to do with her family. It's quite like a reminiscent song, something like that kind of a thing, that kind of a feel. It's a good song. It took a while to grow on me, to be fair. When I first heard it I wasn't sure if it sounded a bit cheesy, but then the more I listened to it, the more it's like a pretty good summery song. Like, you know, I don't think you're going to hear it in the clubs anytime soon, but it's definitely a nice summery track. Next song is Baby, featuring Luis Fonsi. was like the first single from the album when she was bringing the album out. Again, it's another one that grew on me because I wasn't instantly attracted to the song, but I think it's because the Louis Fonsi is that the one that did Despacito. Is that what we say it? Despacito? I don't know if that's how you say it. I didn't like the Despacito song. Although it fits the mood of the song, I could do without it really. Yeah, the song was a grower really for me. It wasn't one that I instantly liked, but now it's like one of my favourites on that. I do go play that one quite a lot when I'm re-listening to the album. I'm not sure if the song came about because of her dating Jack from Clean Bandit, or whether her dating Jack from Clean Bandit came from making this song together, or I think there's a couple of songs on this album that they've worked on together as a group. I'd have to look more into that really if it was. Yeah, I don't know if she's speaking from personal experience for that song or if it's just one that they've like thrown to. It feels a bit like it's one that they've just all worked on together and just thrown some words in. Next song is Enjoy Your Life. I do love the way it starts, this song.
I've start straight off.
That is one of my favourite songs on the album. I don't know if it's the message behind it or if it's the music, or the music's quite not retro, but like kind of it's got kind of an 80s vibe to me. I think it's just like the synthesizers and stuff like that. It's quite a good, well, no, it's a really good song. It's definitely one that I come back to and play quite a lot. I like the beginning of it, the way it kind of like the reverb at the beginning as it's starting. I have a few issues with the lyrics though. The lyrics are like your worst days are over. I feel like you can't say that your worst days are over really until your days are over, but maybe I've listened to it wrong or something, I don't know, but that's just how I feel when listening to it. I can't completely invest in the song just because of that one line really, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, apart from that, it's a really good track. I really enjoy it. So next song is True. I'm getting the feeling with this album there's quite a lot of repetition, and I know with pop albums you have to have a certain amount of repetition for people to engage with it, so I get that. The one thing I like about Marina is that I feel like she doesn't always go along with the trend just because it's trendy, but I feel like at the moment she's kind of not copping out just to get like someone trying to get it. So yeah, it's not like I feel like she's copping out, but I do feel like slightly changing her morals a bit just to fit more in the popular bracket. She doesn't want to go as far as she did with Electric Heart, where she jumped. Sorry, I'm absolutely out of breath because it is stifling in here. It's stifling in here. It did sound like someone was trying to break down my door just a minute ago, so I'm not really sure what that was all about. If they're going to rob me, just rob me quietly. Let me get on with this video. I do like the song, I just kind of feel like the album's kind of going in a repetitive pop direction and not an authentic Marina direction. Next song is To Be Human. It's okay. It's like Handmade Heaven, it's okay. I know it's one of her favourite songs on the album, and the lyrics, I get the lyrics of a fashion, but I just don't connect with them enough to invest any more feeling into it than that really. And her whatever is banging is like really actually getting on my tits now. Just breaking quietly, goddammit. It literally sounds like they're in the next room. Not a good one for me, that one. But that's just my opinion. And unfortunately, my opinion isn't going to get much better because the next track is End of the Earth. So again, another, I don't know how to put it, like wishy-washy kind of song. It's not interesting enough to keep my attention. It's one that I do forward quite frequently whenever I've got the album on. The lyrics are okay. I think that's what I'm missing from this album is the sass. I feel like there's not enough sass in this album as a whole. It's more like a grown-up Marina where it sounds like she's a bit too, you know, like when artists get into a relationship and they're happy and they start making songs about stuff that makes them happy and they're not angsty anymore. It kind of feels like it's missing that for me. And this is another one of those tracks. It's just a bit like that you skip forward because you're waiting for the banger. I don't know if there is a banger on here or as such, or there's a banger somewhere. That's for sure. It's not on this CD. The next song is Believe in Love. So even though that's a slowish song, and I feel like it could be in the same vein as To Be Human, I do quite like that song. I think that's quite a good one. I like the dynamic of it, I like the music, I like the vocal transitions. I think it's all really well put together, and it all sounds good. It's not one that I go to straight away, but if it comes on I do play it all the way through and listen to it. I do feel like I connect quite well with that track. It's a good one. It's not like it's not too boring. I feel like we're not having a good time with this album at the moment. I'm hoping that she can draw me back in. The next song is Life is Strange. So yeah, that's another thumbs up for me, that song. It's catchy, it bangs along. I'm probably gonna get downstairs and find out that like my whole living room's been smashed to bits. But onwards and upwards, let's just get on with the review. Yeah, so Life is Strange, it's a good one. I do like most of the song. I don't feel like there's a whole lot that can be said about it. Life is strange, you know. Marina's not wrong, is she? The next song is You. Again, another upbeatish track. It's sassy but not sassy enough. I do like it still. It's one that I'd play, but I'm missing the sassiness of old Marina. I feel like since she's lost her diamonds, she's kind of like... Next song is Karma. Again, another song that I quite enjoy. Just again, a bit of a problem with the lyrics in that karma, as far as I'm aware, is something that happens in a next life when you come back. It's like all the karma that you're building up in this life transfers into your next life. That's my understanding of karma. But it seems like people use the word karma quite a lot nowadays, just to say like, you're going to get your comeuppance, which is something totally different. You're going to get what you deserve, which is kind of like something that would happen in this life at some point later on, instead of, you know, karma's going to get you, but that's in your next life and I'm not going to be around to see it, or if I am, I'm going to be an ant or something. You're kind of using it wrong, or are they using it wrong? You guys let me know. Next song is Emotional Machine. This is a song I really do like on the album. I like the lyrics. I like it probably about as much as I like the Enjoy Your Life song. I think they're both really good songs. They're upbeat. They've got a good, not a good message, but they've got kind of like, it's not a good message, but like a relatable message, which I quite enjoy. I still am looking for the sassiness of like old Marina, and like the Oh No Marina and things like that, and the bubblegum bitch Marina, but I'm not sure whether we're going to see her for a while yet, to be fair. But I do really enjoy this song. This is another one that I play quite a lot. Next song is Too Afraid. Again, another song that I absolutely adore on this album. I love the lyrics, I love the music, I love just everything fits perfectly together. This is one that I just really enjoy. It's such a brilliant song, and it's one that it's probably one of the first ones that I think to play, and as soon as I heard it I loved it. It's one of the songs that as soon as you hear it you love it. So yeah, definitely a 10 out of 10 for me on that one. I was going to say 5 out of 5, but I don't think that's good enough. I feel like it's worth a 10 out of 10. Next song is No More Suckers. Yeah, that again is another brilliant song. I love that one. We're seeing the sassy side of Marina again now, which is, I mean, if you could just give an album that's full of No More Suckers, Too Afraid, Enjoy Your Life and Emotional Machine, if the whole album was just like that, it would be an amazing album and I'd buy it 10 times over. But unfortunately the hits are few and far between on this one, and I'm not used to that off Marina. I expect like every song to be stellar, because that's normally what I get with Marina. But yeah, that's another 10 out of 10. I do enjoy that one as well. So last song is Soft to Be Strong. It's slowy. It's not one of my favourites, but it is definitely one of my favourites of the slower album songs. Unless you class Too Afraid as a slow song, then that's my favourite. But as far as slow, heartfelt ballads go, that's one of my favourites on the album as well. So even though I don't completely gel with the song, I do like it and I do play it in its entirety when I listen to it. So overall I would say that the album is pretty good. I definitely would recommend buying it, but as it stands at the moment it's like a 2 CD set where you'd have to play one side and then play the other side. So for me it works perfectly just to play it through Spotify, because then you get the whole album as a concept. whereas I don't like the idea of buying an album and then taking the CD out and putting another one in. So for me, I would have rather it been like a whole album on a CD. But apart from that and the other things, I would say all in all I would definitely give this album about a 7 out of 10. I think I'm being biased because I love Marina so much. No, we'll go 7 out of 10 because the songs are good and it's just my personal preference that I don't like. There's nothing wrong with the songs specifically, but it's not, the whole album isn't a 10 out of 10 for me, so I'd say a 7 out of 10 is a fair assumption for this album. But I'd love to know what you guys thought of the album and which songs were your favourites. So let me know in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to subscribe, do it. Apart from that, that's all I have for you on this review, and I will see you again soon in either a review, a vlog, a challenge, it could be anything next really. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye!